Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Only mentally slow persons will say North will remain in power for 100 years, says Sagay. Professor Itse Sagay, SAN, chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, on Tuesday said only a mentally slow person will proclaim that the North will remain in power forever. Speaking in a chat with Daily Independent, Sagay said for the sake of peace, the unwritten agreements of power rotation between the North and South after 8 years must be adhered to. According to him, power must shift to the south in 2023 after President Muhammadu Buhari must have completed his tenure in 2023. He said anyone thinking of truncating that arrangement is interested in the breakup of Nigeria. No rational mind will say things like that. Only an ethnic jingoist or a person who is mentally slow and who does not have the interests of the country at heart will utter such a statement. That statement can only come from somebody who wants us to break apart. No sane person will talk in such an irresponsible manner. The mode of exercise of power and choice of presidency has been established. Every 8 years, it moves from the north to the south and from the south to the north, depending on which region was in power at the particular time. If anyone thinks he can change that, then that person does not consider the future of Nigeria. The country cannot survive and any idea of a group of people in the north or south saying they will remain in power permanently without respecting the rotation rule, he said. So guys, that is what Issei Sage is saying. Uh, that although there might not be a written document or a written agreement in regards to that, but it is a well-known thing that it will rotate from south to north and from north to south. That anybody who is thinking in that line, should have his head checked, or the person is calling for the breakup of the country. All these ones they are talking, they are speaking English. Whether they take it to the north or take it to the south, it is not what we are talking about. What we are talking about, what we are concerned about is the good governance that let everybody feel that they are Nigerians, that they are citizens of Nigeria, that they can a country that they can be proud of. But that being said, look at these guys. I don't understand what you are talking about. In as much you are always talking, because I don't know the kind of south that is talking about, from north to south and south to to north, back and forth, just like that. And they are not putting southeast, in that equation, and you expect the country to move smoothly. Because normally, if you are explaining that, you need to really let people know, you need to really expatiate on that when you talk about from north to south, because we have a how many geopolitical region. We have the north, we have the north central or whatever, we have the middle belt, we have the south south, we have the southwest, we have the southeast. So if you are not talking in that line, because unless you are trying to tell us what Erufai has said, that we have just two groups in the country or two regions in the country, where you put all the south together, whether southwest or south south or south whatever or southeast, you are putting them together, and the north, they have their own country, like having two countries. Unless you are saying southeast is part of the south south that you are talking, or the south you are talking about. Because if you are still talking about southwest, he needs to really explain that, whether you are talking of southwest and the north, let us know. Because in as much you are still saying south, because when you say south, it means that it is south to west you are really talking about. That is the feel that we are getting here. And meanwhile, a lot of people have been coming from the north. They are saying they might want to retain the power permanently, that if it takes them to have the power for 100 years. That is not a bad thing. They've been saying it and they've been throwing jabs here and there. So if you guys are together, you are in that same party and you are together and you don't know the minds of these people, that means you must be joking as well. Anybody who is saying these people don't know what they are talking should be joking as well, because they know what they are doing, because you guys really supported them. But going forward, what we are talking now is that even as President Buhari is there now, what has he done? He needs to do something. We don't need to wait for South or when he's going to finish his tenure and it will rotate back to wherever they want it, because they are the one playing the games. They are the one playing the Ludo who to go. But they are not bringing the best people, because it is really shameful that you're always rotating, but you are not bringing the best people. Does it mean in your parties you don't have people who know what it takes to lead? People with good quality leadership. You don't. Does it mean you guys cannot just bring somebody who can change the narratives? We are not even bothered about where it goes to or where it does not go to. But whichever way you want to rotate it, we need you to bring the best person. The person that has what it takes, the person that is all-rounded. We don't need somebody who is tribalistic. We don't need somebody who is not competent. That's what we are talking about. And we have these people in that in their party. You can imagine this kind of Itse Sagay, a professor at that. We have the vice president, a professor like that, and yet they cannot produce somebody who is academically sound, who is mind is well, who is grounded all round. Somebody who is more, I don't know how to put it, somebody who is refined, somebody who is open to criticism, somebody who is open-minded, somebody who is objective, somebody who does not have bitterness against other people. That is what we are talking about. Somebody who is exposed, somebody who is vast. That is the kind of person that we really want. All this playing to the gallery, that is not what we are talking about. Whether it goes to the north, whether it goes to the moon, or whether it goes to Asia, that's not what we are talking about. If you guys know that you are really capable of your party, bring the best. You have the best people there. Stop bringing people who cannot represent us. People who cannot just, who are not grounded, who are not vast in almost every in all ramifications. That's what we are talking about. When you bring somebody who is not capable, then you now be looking for somebody who is more intelligent, who is well-rounded, to be supporting that person. Is that what you guys are talking about? Even as Buhari is there now, let him give us dividends of democracy. Let us enjoy what it takes to have a good country. That's what we are talking about. You guys are talking about 2023, but what are you doing now? What are the things that you are putting on ground now? Is it just to get the power? Is that what you guys are all about? And you say you guys are educated. It baffles us in this country that you have people with, who are really highly intellectual, but yet they cannot get there. They cannot get there. We have not gotten our best. It's very shameful that the people who have been ruling us over the years, they are not just there at all. They are not grounded, because there's one thing is for you to be educated, and to be whatever. But another thing is for you to be vast in every area, to be, somebody who is presentable, somebody that can speak, that that, oh, this is my president, this is my leader. That is what we are talking about. Somebody who has the political will to do things, to change things around for the better, not change in a negative way. That's what we are talking about. And someone is saying Southeast for president 2023. Yes, that's what we are talking about. Even in as much we are even talking about, okay, it is not really where the president comes from. But in as much you guys believe in that and you don't want break up, if you don't want break up, you must play that federal character. It has to go round. You must include other people. The reason why you don't include other people, because you have other regions too in your party. In every party, we have all the regions represented there, highly represented there. Someone said the person meant to say Arewa Republic and not Nigeria. You are right, Sagay. Anyone who utters such words must not only be mad, but a terrorist attack and the worstful on this planet. And someone says, I have no arguments about the North staying in power as long as they want. After all, they are staying in their power, not someone else's power. My question is, who will they rule? Power drunk is northern leader problem. They believe on gun and bullets and sword and fight south, but forgetting that this time Russia government will not help them again. Firstly, for a professor to make such a statement implies a mind setting that is a disgusting and disappointing. The statement north and south consists that there is already a division where the terms of reference should have been in Nigeria. Yet you keep saying one Nigeria, where the vultures of politicians have already identified via their rotational presidency that the nation is not together. Next, they will try to defend it by saying federal character. In reality, federal character is implied, defended, and implemented by a properly qualified, knowledgeable, and positively oriented president, protecting the interests of the entire nation as a polity without bias or special favor to any specific ethnicity or religion. The politicians ascribing to rotational presidency is a positive confirmation of the division that exists. Who is fooling who? So, what is the intelligence of shouting one Nigeria in the face of such infantry to truth and honesty? Honestly, that is just it. Who are you bringing? Who is your first 12 that you can really boast of? So, guys, I would like to hear from you, from the statement of Itse Sagay, that anybody who is thinking in that direction, that the power will remain in us, if the person is not serious or the person needs to be checked upstairs. Please leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.